I will start by introducing Mr. Roberto Vitali. He's from Ferrara. He's 53 years old. He has a wife and a daughter. That's interesting. He is registered with the Publicist Journalist of Emilia-Romagna's region. A motor accident in January 1976 made him paraplegic. He undertook activities and projects on accessibility, accessible tourism, tourism and hospitality for all. He is technical resident for the FISH, the International Federation for Overcoming Handicaps for the tourist sector. He's actually president and founder of Village for All. He is a member and spokesman of the Commission for the Promotion of Accessible Tourism to the Ministry of Tourism since 2010. So I will give him you can start, Roberto, and we're...
Many words.
Many words, but now we know you.
Many words. So my presentation, so I am the president of Village for All, is a company who was born in Italy in the 2008, but I work in the field of accessible tourism in the last 25 years. 25 years ago, we don't know the name is accessible tourism, and we make many projects. We develop many about the field of accessible tourism. For that, we create a project, Village for All. He was started in the 2008. And in the 2011 become a company. We are a startup because we develop a software for support our philosophy of work. Village for All is a brand for quality, for hospitality for all. It's not brand about the respect to the law, the ISO for accessibility. It's not the brand that guarantee the level or different level of accessibility in the touristic services. Is not a brand about the accessibility for different kind of disability. We are not involved in this different kind of thing. We are in agreement complete with the UN Convention, and we work about the objective data, the information. We collect the information, we give the information to the tourist or tour operator or association for organizing this travel, because we believe only between this kind of work we can improve the feel for disabled people to feel to become a customer. If you have the information, you can choose. So we start to develop a system, a software for creating, for collecting all this data. The name is V4AInside. V4A is the acronym of Village for All. McLuhan is a philosophy of communication to the start in the early of 16 years. It took how the world became very small and become a little village through the communication and through the information. So for that, we think the village, the world is a village, and we want to have a village for all in every situation. So we had created this software V4AInside, and we take a measure for your holidays. This is the payoff of the software, because we collect, we had created this software. He worked in iOS for Apple, in one iPad. We start to develop the system 4 or 5 years ago with iPad 2. And it's very simple to use, it's an intuitive system. And we had developed from the start the project the collection of the data about the georeferenciation system, the GPS info, not only for marketing, but because the auditor of this software is not every people. This software is not available in iTunes store. You can have only under Village for All license, and you have to prepare the training for the auditor. And I want to control if the auditor is in the point where he needs to his for ever work, not in his house and collecting the data about the internet. And is a system very reliable because you insert directly the text. You have, I think many of you have the newspaper, take the information, have different form for collecting the data with a paper, a pen, and you know when you finish 100 more or less page of paper, another person then need to read your information and insert in the computer, then take a picture and connect the picture with the text about the room. It's very complicated. And for that, we had create this system because you insert directly in only one site all the information. And, okay, we have the pop-up that drive the collection of the data for create a path for different kind of build where you are work. And when you take a picture, is connected to the data. The picture is connected to the room, not with the ramp. When you work usually with your photo camera, photo 1 is the hall, photo 2 is the room 101. Then when you arrive at the end, every time you think, okay, I remember all, no problem. But when you arrive to the home, you have many photos, you exchange the picture, and that creates the mistake and not good quality of information. We collect the objective information. For us, doesn't exist accessible or not accessible, because we don't believe in a standard. And we take a measure, how wide is the door, which percentage is the ramp, because in this way, every people can understand if it's accessible for himself, not for a declaration of standard. We can connect the photo with some particular, maybe is not interesting to show the photo of the ramp for the tourist. But for you, when you go to elaborate all this information for publish the information about the accessibility, to have a memory of the photo when you are take the picture, for controlling the percentage, if the information is right, when you have 100 or 200 auditor around the world, this is necessary. So we had, thank you to iPad system, we had resolved the problem for the to take the measure for the percentage of the slope, because every time you need to measure the difference of the quote and how long is control the formula is correct, is not correct. So with the iPad, you can put the iPad over the slope, push the button, and take the measure automatically. We draw the map of the room and the toilet, because through the map, you can understand immediately if it's accessible for you. So, for example, I can understand immediately when I see the measure of the door, or how many high is the bed, if I can use this room. Then we draw a map of distribution. This is a kind of graphic information for illustrate the building, which service you have in every floor, and if you have a problem, for example, a slope, a step, and the connection to the left, you see 3 different rows, 3 different lines. 2 is an elevator, 1 is stairs. This is the different kind of connection inside to this building. So we have developed an algorithm when we collect all the data. So we have created different kind of algorithm. One of these create automatically a list for improvement, for accessibility, and for services. Maybe you are not think about the creation a corner for the breakfast, a corner, something for celiac people. We suggest that. Or if you have not the system for the connection for deaf, the amplification system for deaf people. And we suggest the slope, the percentage for the slope is better, is the 5%, not 8 or 10 or 12% in accord with the law. And the platform is multilingual. Actually, is multilanguage. Actually, is in Italian, Portuguese, and English. But we think in this way, when we collect the data information, we can give the information to people around every country, the world. We can work in every country, because the measure is the measure. The system is concentrated to the information and the objective data, not in accord for different kind of level of respect to the law. Then, over 35 different kind of building, we can collect the data, and for us, hospitality for all means same price, same place, more guests, and where the disabled people can travel, the disabled people can work. This is our philosophy. 2 seconds for suggest you to save the date. One is the first UNWTO conference on accessible tourism in Europe will take place in San Marino the 19th and 20th of November, and you find the address you can sign for your presence. We are happy to meet you again in San Marino. And the last, Gitando.all, we organized in the last 5 years this exhibition who take the new name next year, Move. They take place in Veneto region the 13th to 15th of March. Every year we have a workshop for Tour Operator Association. We have exhibition, many about accessible tourism. Next year is the 6th year. Thank you for your attention.